it would have been doubly weird if he came out and offered me one of your beverages.
That's fine.
Without even asking for one for himself.
I'd like to think we're all close enough friends here that we can just help ourselves to anything.
Yeah. I do too, but then I get worried. Like when I go to Connor's house, I just let myself in, but I don't feel great about it.
Yeah, then it's just weird.
Well, I'm not just gonna pop over to Connor's not knowing he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least check first.
I know what you mean. Because there's a couple times where I'll go to some of my friends' houses and they'll be like, hey, they're like, yeah, man, just walk in. And I've known them for like my entire life, and even then sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna knock anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna not do that.
I live with fam, and some people, don't like meeting other people's fam a whole lot, so that's a thing. But then Connor doesn't live with fam, but he lives with other people.
He lives with bro.
And it's like, I know them, so, maybe it's fine.
Well, it took me like a solid 5 years for your parents to know, like, who I was and put like a face to my name.
Yeah, they're awful at knowing.
But it was also like
they'll ask, like, oh, how's so and so doing? And it's like, so and so, who moved away in grade 6. You're out of your gourd.
Yeah. True. But
that's good.
Like, I met your mom first, and then I met your dad. It was funny meeting your dad because that was when you were doing the Marvel marathon, and he opened the door, and he like kind of opened the door the same way he would open the door to like Jehovah's Witness. And I was like, hey, Mr. Whalen, I don't think we've ever actually met, but I'm Jake, Quinn's friend. He was like, oh!
I think if I went to the door, if I like went to your door and just like knocked, I'd be like, hey. Because like, I've done that a couple times and your mom's just like, oh. I'm like, oh, thanks, man.
Rave reviews from the Whalen household.
To be fair, though, like, that happened to me yesterday. I went to my friend's house for, like, the first time in a while, and his mom seen me, and, like, he came up the stairs and saw her son first, and had, like, a smile on her face, and then she saw me, and the smile immediately left her face. Oh.
Welcome to the Weekend Fan Club, folks.
We're cracking up like cold ones with the boys.
That's 2 in a row now. Connor did it last episode.
It's because it's Christmas time.
Yeah, we gotta crack it open with the boys. It's Christmas again.
It's Christmas all over again. It's Christmas all over again.
I will admit.
It's coming at us real fast as the season's greetings.
Are you okay?
I'm great.
I'm great. He didn't even drink the Pepsi yet.
Yeah. Okay. I will admit, it is one of my favorite things about Christmas, and it's very generic, nothing unique, is just driving through the suburbs and seeing Christmas lights.
Dude, so underrated.
Really underrated.
Yeah.
Like, just driving from my house to here, which is, like, max 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
But, like, that like, short little drive, 2-minute drive, just...
Especially since we got a dump of snow.
Oh, yeah.
In, like, the week that we had the last episode, and, like, it's a lot nicer now with snow.
I do like that it just shows up one day.
Yeah.
You just wake up.
Which is hilarious, because normally, like, other places, it's like a little bit of snow, a little bit of snow, a little bit of snow pulling on. But Newfoundland is always just like...
Here it's like grass. No grass.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much it's... Are you gonna get snow? We got snow!
Yeah. So...
And there are a couple times before where it snows a little.
And you're like,
and you're just like,
nice.
just get out of here. You're not staying.
You just sweep it away.
Yeah, pretty much. It's funny because we had a huge dump of snow on like Thursday night into Friday. Yeah. So I got a little fun story about that.
Oh, nice.
So Thursday I got off work, and as I was leaving, I got a text from one of my friends, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm right across the street at Harvey's," and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go over there and chat with him for a little bit." Now I had plans that night because I was gonna watch the Game Awards, which I watched as well.
The Game Awards.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So we
have content
yeah,
now.
we have content.
I had purged them from my mind already.
We'll get to them. So so I got out and I started talking to my friend over at Harvey's, and I was just like, yeah, looking out the window, and I'm like, I should probably get home soon because I know it's gonna start. And, like, I seen a little bit of snow start coming down. And I was like, oh fuck, like I should probably leave soon.
And you're walking too.
Yeah, I was walking, so I was like,
So
I'm gonna walk. So as I'm about to get up and leave, two of my other friends show up, and I'm like, oh shit, there's fucking four of us here now. So I was having a chat with them, and I was like, oh fuck, like I'm not gonna be able to get home now. So anyways, long story short, I got to where I was going. I got to my friend's house, and I stayed there. I stayed there the night because I was like, fuck this, I'm not gonna be able to leave. I'm not even gonna be able to get back in my apartment. So I have to dig myself out. So anyway, I went out. And when I got there, I was like, man, I'm starving. I did not get anything to eat at Harvey's because I was a fucking idiot, alright? You can call me off for that right now.
What time was it?
This was like, I'd say 6:30, maybe 7.
Frick, that's like...
Yeah, you're an idiot.
That's like
Exactly.
prime feed time.
I know. I was like, fuck. So, I looked at I thought to myself, I was like, man, fuck it. So, now, I pulled my phone out, and I was like, well, I'm just going to order from Skip the Dishes. I'll just get some Mary Browns or whatever. Ordered the food. Never thought anything of it. My friend's over there making, like, his own food, and he's just like, yeah, man, I'm just going to make some pad thai. Like, you want anything? I was like, no, I just ordered from Skip. And he looks at me and goes, there's a fucking blizzard outside, you idiot. And I was like, oh, I feel like an asshole now. And, like, I looked at my phone, and, like, you know how sometimes it shows, like, a different person going to deliver it? It kept switching from, like, no joke, like 25 different people. Because they were all like, nope, nope.
The phone just
one
frowns
person,
at you.
one person I think who finally decided to take it was in CVS.
Jesus.
And he left CVS to come all the way to Commonwealth, grab my food, bring it to me. And when he got to the door, I had to give him like extra tip. Because I was like, I feel so bad, I'm so sorry.
You had to give more than just the tip.
Oh, no, I felt so bad, because I was like, I'm a fucking idiot, and I told him that, and he was just like, oh man, it's fine. I was like, you're doing God's work today.
Dude just comes to the door, he's driving a literal tank.
Yeah, right?
Oh, it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
The worst thing was, though, he was in a fucking Mini Coupe. A Mini Coupe! During a fucking blizzard! I was like, he's asking to die!
That's like Rainbow Road level.
Yeah, I was like, he's asking to die. Like,
I kind of have to respect this guy.
That's why I had to give... I was like, man, I feel so bad. And then I saw what he was driving, and I was like, now I feel like the biggest prick in the world. What the fuck?
I will admit, after we were hanging out, what was that, Saturday night?
Sure.
Yeah, Saturday night. I was driving back up Brookfield. I've never been more convinced I was going to get in an accident than that night.
Oh, it was rough.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was super rough.
And it wasn't because, like, it was, like, still a blizzard. Nobody plowed the road.
No.
Nobody did anything with the road. So I was going straight, and then I could feel, like, my back tires going right, left, a little more left, back. It was so... It was honestly scary for a little bit.
What's interesting about driving is that I distinctly remember a time where I was way less afraid of it than I am now. Like, I'm a better driver than I used to be. Like,
but you're
just
more
from
afraid
practice.
now.
But I'm more afraid. Every
sense.
winter, I'm like, how have I not gotten in one of these accident things already?
I have fishtailed up. What is that road? Up next to Walnuts.
Oh, okay.
I fishtailed.
That's a bad place too.
Yeah, because I hit a big old patch of black ice, and it was just, oh god!
Yeah.
It was full on banana in the road level.
Yeah.
And what was scary was it was so clear and there was nothing on the ground, but that black ice just hit the sweet spot.
You just gotta hit that one patch and you're going.
And I was just floating. So that was pretty sketchy, and I had learned how to like take turns at like higher speeds. Yeah. And learn how the car would move.
Yeah. Like Tokyo.
But I stopped using that after I had the fishtail.
Yeah, no, the plows were, I don't know what they were doing. Because I went out after that day, like on Friday, and I helped my friend obviously dig out. So when he was going with the snowblower, I was just going with my shovel and just trying to break down as much as I could for the snowplow for the snowblower.
Yeah.
And the plow was like 7 feet, no joke, away from his driveway. So like where he should have been plowing, he was a good 7 feet away from it.
Whoa.
And I was like, what the fuck? We gotta like dig out like we gotta dig out like the whole sidewalk. And then some more.
A whole nother driveway.
Pretty much.
Almost, yeah.
But the crazy thing is that now that we dug that out, he has like space for like, I'd say probably 3 more cars like, in his driveway. Just because the dickhead plow drivers didn't know how to get too close.
Yeah, the way you look at your driveway changes way more in the winter than it does in the summer.
Oh man.
Because the summer you're like, this is a big ass driveway.
Yeah.
I don't need all this. And then in the winter you're like, I need a bigger driveway.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I think you're good. I think Quinn's good.
It's gonna be a shitty winter.
Yeah. Oh man, that is. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. It's gonna suck anyway.
Well, it's already the one time we've had to shovel it so far. It took 3 outings.
Yeah, because it was the first one and it was the worst dump of it.
It took 3 outings.
Where do you keep your
bonkers.
snowblower?
In the garage.
But do you have 2?
No.
So there's just that one.
You should just get a drive-on one. You should just get like a sit-down one, like a mower. Can you get a sit-down?
So I think there's a guy that lives next to us, or like 2 houses down, or something. He's like one of my dad's friends' dads.
Oh.
And so his dad's friend is there a lot, and he has like a tractor or some shit,
God.
like a big.
Can you imagine?
Classic.
That's
like
sick.
I clear the driveway in one scoop. Kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
So I think this is just gonna be a winter of mooching.
Yeah, really much. But yeah, so the whole reason I went over there because I was off Friday because of Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, you didn't finish the story, did you? You just kind of started it.
No, I did. And Friday I basically
right,
just
it was
went
the
to
skip one.
Yeah, it was the skip.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, but you just opened with your friend's house, and I was like, oh yeah. We're
So
still
yeah,
at
I
John's
went
friend's
to
house,
I went
guess.
to my friend's house to watch the Game Awards that night.
Right.
And now a smooth
So
transition.
it's the same day.
Yes.
Okay.
Smooth transition into the Game Awards, which I want to talk about.
You can see where I got confused.
Yeah.
But you can see it, so you went around it. But I was like, no, I think I have to go here.
Absolutely.
Question: what Smash Bros. What's the title? Because I'm so far removed from
Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay,
Super
and that's
Smash
the one
Bros.
that has the
Ultimate.
fuck off amount of.
Yeah.
Alright.
The
74.
most characters in a fighting game ever.
Any fighting
Any
game?
ever.
Nice. Wow.
Holy.
It was the biggest crossover in gaming history, quote unquote. But I would believe it.
Most ambitious
I
crossover.
believe it. I mean,
I would believe it. I've seen it quoted. I don't know if it's quoted, if it's real, like true, but I would believe it.
I feel like this is like the next. Well, I won't say the next evolution.
What?
That doesn't make sense. I'm saying
Everyone's forgetting. No one has ideas for anything original anymore, so we're just gonna cross everything over with everything else.
Well, I think that's like a little sub point, but I definitely think I think Smash Bros. Ultimate is like the pinnacle right now of just video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no story, there's no reason for you to play besides I want to play video games.
Yeah.
It's just pure fun.
Yeah, just like pure video game aesthetic.
Yeah,
and there was a big thing about Smash Ultimate that people didn't really like, but I loved it personally.
Which is
There is over 75 characters in this game. You start with 8.
oh, so you have to.
I love it.
I love
that fact.
So how do you unlock it?
They're given to you.
So what happens is you do a match, and then after the match, whoever won fights like an AI player of the character to unlock it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the
you beat the AI player,
yeah,
and then
in the
join
very
you.
first
So,
game.
What happens if you're just repetitively stuck in matches that have like?
You don't even need to win. Like if you're just playing like 2 people playing against each other,
Right.
no matter what happens, whoever wins that fight, there's a chance that now you can fight this person, and if you beat them, you unlock them.
So if it's unlocked, then you can't fight against it afterwards.
No, but you have them now.
You have them, right?
So
Okay,
then
so
you
I
can-
think that's really smart.
Yeah, because in the very first game, like the N64 game, there was 8 characters, and there was only 4 unlockable ones.
I
Yes.
thought there was 2.
No, there was 4. There was Luigi, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff,
Ness?
and Ness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you would start with the original 8, and you start again with the same original 8, which like Mario, Link, Samus,
Donkey Kong, etc.
Yeah. Yoshi, whatever.
And pals.
Yeah. So you start with those, and then you just kind of go from there. But a lot of people are mad about that because they're like, but it's not my main. I main Shulk. No one mains Shulk.
This game, between that and the, like, adventure mode, air quotes,
Yeah.
the game really wants you to try every character
Yes.
a little bit. Or, like, at least go out of your comfort zone
Because with their adventure mode thing, you start with Kirby. And no one else. And then, like, as you go, you could fight... Sometimes you'll get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm going to fight Mario. If you beat him, you can use him in the adventure mode.
Yeah.
And then you only get those... So you have to keep playing it to get the characters, like, that you want. So you're kind of forced to play everything.
Yeah. I will admit that I like to consider myself, like, pretty good at video games. I will say Super Smash Bros. Is one of the video games where I will adamantly say that I am horseshit. I cannot keep up.
Yeah,
do not know basic controls, combos, whatever the hell works.
Which is funny because I think it's like the most basic of control, because you have like shit like Tekken where it's like you have to do 13 quarter circles and get the fucking stick right and press the buttons and do the thing at the right. I'm like, that's way...
It's the most accessible game in the least accessible genre.
Yeah, fighting games.
Okay, yeah, but fighting games are a whole...
Yeah, they're...
Like, it's... You can't...
They're not my favorite genre.
You can't even really compare them.
No, not really. But, like...
Because, like, all the other fighting games are one-on-one, close quarters...
Yeah, I would consider it a party game.
Combo-centric.
Yeah.
If anything, I would consider it a party game.
Yeah.
It is 100% a party game.
I consider it a party game.
So, mainly about the Game Awards. Because... Mainly, the only reason I was watching the Game Awards the whole way through is because by the time the Game Awards were over, Smash was out.
That's fair.
So I was like...
That was kind of cool. Throughout the Game Awards, they had commercials for it.
Yeah, because it was just like, it's coming. Like, right now. Like, right after.
In case you forgot.
Yeah.
I will admit the group chat was explosive.
Yeah.
It's also kind of...
explosive.
They're doing that kind of strategic release where, like... You know how, like, Like, Red Dead won a shitload of awards, and a lot of people are like, it's because it was the last AAA title released before the awards.
Yeah.
No one's gonna forget that Smash Bros. Came out in this award cycle.
Yeah.
So it's going to win, and it gets this huge time of relevance.
Yep.
It's what Taylor Swift does with their albums, but...
Pretty much. I mean, by the time Game Awards start going... By the time the Game Awards start next year... They're probably still going to be adding characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it'll still have relevance.
Yeah.
But, I mainly want to talk about, during the Game Awards, 2 or 3 very specific things happened that I was happy for. Number 1, Monster Hunter World won Best RPG of the Year.
Nice.
Honestly, I'm happy about that because... When you really think about it, there wasn't really many good RPGs that came out this year.
It's John's, like, life companion video game.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you've played a lot of Monster Hunter.
I have. Yeah. Now, they said at the Game Awards, they were like, thank you for, like, the award and everything. They said, you know, keep an eye out in the coming days. We're going to have a big update. And I was like, ooh, boy!
Yeah.
And then the next day, they were like, hey, December 10th. We're going to have a 15-minute long stream. And I was like, oh. And then they announced it today. They're going to have a big DLC. It's going to have all the G-Rank and Ultimate stuff in it. So I'm like...
Yeah.
Really happy. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that because that'll be a whole fucking episode. But yeah, they're coming out with a bunch of stuff and I'm really happy about it. So they did that. Red Dead cleaned up. Spider-Man didn't win one thing. And I'm a little
Red
surprised.
Dead cleaned up and I'm really not jazzed about it.
I gotta admit, like, Red Dead is a phenomenal narrative, but like when I play Red Dead, I want
rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting.
Yeah, I want
more of the video game aesthetic.
I want more of the video game aesthetic. I don't want to live in the frontier. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, no, there's a reason we don't do it anymore.
Yeah, there's a reason. It sucks.
That's the thing,
like I wanted to be able to like rob a train
Yeah.
Snap my fingers. I wanted to like go into a town, fight somebody.
Yeah. Play five-finger fillet, get fucked over, and then shoot the guy in the head, take my money back. And
Exactly, and then like have like a shootout in a saloon.
Yeah.
If that happens, you get wrecked. You get absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
And it's a game where it's like too realistic.
Yeah, it's realism.
It's a Rockstar game.
But like Grand Theft Auto,
Mm.
that's not realistic in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess.
It's
But they're getting there, and that's the thing I'm not really a big fan of, because like
I don't like realistic games. I like games that have a profound story. Like God of War, that's my game of the year.
Yeah.
That is my
that
game.
was
of
the
the
game
year.
of the year.
It was Game of the Year.
Was it?
Yeah, it won Game of the Year.
Then what the hell did Red Dead?
Red Dead cleaned up on like a
Like
bunch
every
of
other
ones.
category.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Like it won Best Narrative, Best Voice Actor,
Best music.
Best Music.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is weird.
Barry
Best
McCreary had an unbelievable score for God of War.
Exactly. And the fucking score for like even like Celeste and shit, like it beat all that. And I was like, man, what the fuck is this?
Like I don't. What?
It even won Best Voice Actor, and like the guy who
would
did the voice for
heavily-
Arthur, okay, fine.
No.
But I think the guy who, as much shit as I give Detroit Become Human, the guy who did Connor did a really good job, and I think the guy who did Spider-Man, Yuri Lowenthal, did a really
yeah.
good job.
The Spider-Man guy did
Yeah.
an excellent job.
And like what they did with all the like variations on the vocal takes for each voice line. Like,
Yeah.
That's just really smart.
That's you're thinking. That's good thinking.
And
But to be fair, they did that with Red Dead too. Like the further you are away from someone having a conversation on a horse, they will shout it louder,
Oh, okay, interesting.
Sure.
which is kind of cool.
But yeah,
again.
Detroit, like that's not even far away from just regular acting, because they did like a shitload of mocap for that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they obviously probably did for Red Dead too, but like Detroit kind of. The point of that game is to kind of ride the line between movie and game.
Mm. So like, yeah, no wonder I got like nominated for something like that.
Yeah.
Best moment of that entire award show, though. I don't know if you saw it, Jacob. Were you watching them? No. Okay.
No.
There was a moment in it where I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were giving the award for.
I don't know either.
But the guy who does the voice of Kratos.
What a fella.
What a fella. And for like anyone who doesn't know, he is a large black man.
He was on.
He is a shredded, like he's just a big dude.
He's a Battlestar Gold. No. Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate. I can't remember his name, but oh god. Anyway, he was standing up there on stage and he was with the little kid who plays Atreus, his son, and like they were reading out like something about like the award they were giving out. I can't remember what it was. But like they were reading it out and like saying something about it, and his voice is like,
It's powerful.
It's commanding. There's a reason he's Kratos.
Yeah.
And then like he's just talking, and then like he looks down at the kid, and then the kid says something about like the award or whatever. This award goes to like whoever does this certain thing and whatever. And then like it gets quiet, and they just stop, and nothing happens. and the guy who voices Kratos just looks down at the kid. And he looks back at the camera, and he's just kind of... And all you hear him say is, "Read it, boy." And you can see the grin on his face as soon as he says it, because he loves hearing it, and he loves saying it.
Man.
And they both just loved it. They were like...
Oh yeah, the audience the audience fucking
Read it,
creamed.
boy.
Yeah.
And everyone died. And even like just even the kid's face, he was like, "Oh yes!" And then when they won Game of the Year, like they ran up and like the guy who played Kratos like took him up in his arms and like swung him around. And I was like, "What the fuck? Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And Corey Barlog, man, that dude.
Corey
fucking-
Balrog.
It's not Bal. I keep saying Balrog.
Barlog.
It's Barlog, and I keep saying Balrog.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Corey Balrog, man, fuck. He's
I have
so
a
good.
Game Awards thing to mention on Connor's behalf.
Oh, okay.
The very eerie, very out of place. If you vape, you're 4 times more likely to start smoking.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, so we were in the middle of watching it. Sometimes they go to a commercial, and then out of nowhere, they would just be like, "If you use vapes, you're 4 times more likely to start smoking." And I'm like,
What?
listen, okay, and I'm gonna get this out here now, okay? I don't like vaping, but there's a point to it.
I don't vape, but I like vaping.
There's a point to it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna vape, my thing is, like, if you're vaping, I assume you're trying to quit smoking, or you're vaping because you don't want to smoke anymore, but you still want to, like, you're trying to wean yourself off it with, like, nicotine in the vape. That's fine. I understand that. But if you're just doing it for no fucking reason and just fucking blowing smoke is being an asshole. Why?
You're an asshole.
Fucking why? Please. There's a reason. It's like if someone goes around and be like, check it out, I got like 16 nicotine patches on me today and I don't even fucking smoke.
Yeah, it's very stupid.
Like, I don't get it. Like,
because I have a good friend and she she calls it the douche fluid.
The douche fluid.
That's pretty good.
I've heard that before, but I haven't heard it in a long time.
Yeah, it's really good. She uses it to, like, keep nicotine down and, prevent going back to actually smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, and that's a totally acceptable, like, I totally get that.
Yeah, and I know I've met a lot of people that they do the same thing, but I know at least one kid that I've met through, like, coaching basketball that started doing it because some of his friends were doing it just for fun.
Exactly.
And I looked him in the eyes when I saw him, like, at basketball, and I said,
I didn't know you smoked.
yeah, I was like, why are you smoking if you're coming to basketball? I was like, I don't smoke, sir. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And I had to be in a position where I couldn't basically say, what the fuck, kid?
Yeah, no, it was being like,
it was more along the lines of, as an adult and as someone that cares about you, please stop. Not because it looks stupid, because it's probably not good for you. But it's mostly just because it's stupid.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Like,
I don't really know. Was it like, were they trying to get to the, target audience?
Yeah, it's because the target audience is like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe.
That are gonna.
That's pretty young.
I don't.
Because, like,
I don't know that it's 12-year-olds, but it's
honestly, I don't know if. See, even, like, I can see what the commercial is trying to do. I can see why it was just being like, you know,
like,
what?
There's no way, like,
people
have, like, started vaping and gone to cigarettes.
Yeah,
There's people who have gone from cigarettes to vaping.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I cannot fucking for a second believe that someone went from vaping and was just like, you know what?
I want to up the ante.
Up the ante. Just give me straight grade A tar.
Yeah.
Right to the lungs.
See that. If you do things in a pool of activities, you're gonna go to other things in that kind of vicinity.
I don't know. Because, like, I feel like cigarettes are just to that point.
You don't have to. And, like, it's not guaranteed. But,
No.
it's like, obviously, yes, you're more likely, but also you'll...
It's still very unlikely.
This is a bad analogy, because I think all guns should be taken from all humans, but, like... If you own a gun, you're probably more likely to shoot someone.
Because you have
You're not gonna shoot someone just willy-nilly.
But you're more likely just...
You are more likely to shoot someone if you own a gun.
So like, you're more likely to start smoking if you just start vaping.
That's fair. In, like, a statistical sense, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shoot anyone because I don't own a gun. But if I do own a gun...
it could happen.
It could happen.
The opportunity is
the
there.
statistic is there.
It's the only thing
it's not
does.
Zero. Besides look cool as fuck.
Yeah, true.
Kidding. It helps my male power fantasy. Leave me alone.
Very true.
I don't own a gun. I don't condone gun.
I'm looking at a gun right now, actually.
Oh shit, you are. That works, eh?
Yeah, we talked about that on cast before. I was like, John, does that work? He's like, yup.
Scared the shit out of me too. For reference, it's one of those old pirate flintlock pistols. And, like, we tried once and see if it worked, and it does. Wow. And when it does, a little light right at the very top, it just burns the residue out automatically. Whoa. So it leaves, like, a little fire, kind of like a lighter at the top of it, which is really funny, because when we shot it one time with my uncle, he, like, lit a cigarette with it, and he looked cool as fuck.
Of course he did.
Not gonna lie.
Amazing.
Regardless, back on point. Vaping's dumb.
I mean,
vaping
it's so much more harmless than straight cigarettes.
Absolutely.
And as someone who regularly stands around people who are smoking cigarettes, vaping smells better.
Yeah.
Very true.
I can't argue with that, man.
Very true.
Straight up facts.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I have a bunch of friends who vape, and like sometimes I'll be sitting around with them, and it must be something like in it because my eyes just get uncontrollably itchy when I'm around it for long enough.
It's the like flavoring stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just me, but like after a while, I'm just like,
are they trying to replicate the effect of like drugs making your eyes bloodshot or something?
I don't know, man. But like, it's only me. Like I've never seen it happen with anyone else, and maybe it's just like a certain kind. I don't know. My brother used to do it all the time though. When I was sitting in his room, he'd be vaping, and I'd just be like,
fuck. I try to give myself a lot of cool points for not like smoking or doing any recreational
I've never
drugs.
smoked. I've had one of those little fucking e-cigs though, like the shitty ones you buy at like a fucking Needs or something.
They sound even stupider.
No, but like I was like still in high school. So
those are mostly for like a good
and those aren't even like aren't nicotine. There's nothing in them. Literally, it's just menthol.
What?
It's just it's just for
it's
like
just fucking.
It's just like
cough drop
retro
shit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just menthol and like smells and tastes like vanilla or like cherry.
It's like
or whatever.
retro edgy aesthetic kind.
Because I'd go to
it's
parties.
like a prop basically.
Yeah, I'd go to parties and like friends would go outside to have a smoke, and I would, I'm one of those people who are just like, oh, I don't want to let my friend who's the only person there who smokes to go outside and fucking smoke by himself. So I'll be like, yeah, man, I'll go out with you, but like I don't want to just stand there and get secondhand smoke and die. I'd rather outside and be like make it look like I'm doing something else.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
True.
I haven't done that in forever, but I mean, still, it was the only time I ever did it.
Yeah, I worked at a camp when I was 14. I didn't work. I was a volunteer, and when we had teenagers come in who were actually older than me when I was working there.
Goddamn.
Yeah, that was an experience. Everyone thought I was like 18, 19 when I was working there.
Yeah, so you look like you're 30.
Yeah. Fuck off, Quinn!
That's a compliment. He looks wise.
Yeah.
Continue, Jacob.
Bitch.
Alright. Lost a lot of wisdom there.
100% I accept it. I'm not that wise.
I look wise, you fucking claw.
But, I will say that there's something very connective about like going out with someone who says, "Hey, can you come out while I smoke?"
Mm.
Right? It's very strange
It's like when girls go to the bathroom together.
Exactly.
I guess that's like the male equivalent.
It's sort of like that, isn't it?
Yeah, but this one's gender inclusive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I think if I ever looked at you and said, "Hey Quinn, I gotta go take a shit. You want to come?" You'd be like, "What?"
Fuck yeah.
What's interesting is that I can see myself being too awkward to say no.
Oh, very, very true. You'd be like, "What?
Alright. Especially if it's just you two, because like, what else are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Stand there like by yourself?
Yeah.
Exactly. What are you gonna do?
Well, then again, like, we don't say, "Come to the bathroom with me." I'm like, "I gotta shit," and then we just go shit.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
We're
We're not coy about what happens in there, huh?
No. we're in there for like 3 purposes: shitting, pissing.
And sometimes I just go to wash my hands at a clammy.
It's not my 3rd purpose.
Is it to like fix your hair in the mirror?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. His pubes.
Nice.
Yeah, fun fact for all you female listeners: in the male bathrooms, they have a little mirror. It's about dick level, and you can use it to groom yourself.
It's actually in a diamond shape.
Comes with very small disposable combs.
Yeah.
Made from bamboo wood.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Only the best.
We gotta open a restaurant.
Man, I'm telling you, I think we talked about this. There's a piece of real estate downtown. I think Duckworth.
We can't talk about this on fucking pod. People are gonna steal our business ideas.
Okay, fair. We'll talk about it later.
Alright, let's talk about our other idea we had. Creative juices.
Oh man,
You
we
guys
had the
been on
mother
the-
of all juices on.
The
Saturday
mother of
night.
all juices.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I cleaned the bedroom. Basement.
I was gonna say what?
Just the basement. Mixed up my words there. They both start with B. That's my excuse today.
I mean, you basically live down there too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't mean to.
Cleaned it up spick and span, and so I'm folding up the ping pong table, and when I put it vertical, it looks like at a crime investigation when they have 2
It looks like a
whiteboards
big
up.
whiteboard.
Oh, okay.
Or like, American Vandal style, the 2 boards.
Yeah.
And I brought down my cork board so that we could pin stuff to it as we wrote the story we were working on.
Yeah.
So I left the like ping pong tables up and had the corkboard there. It looked like a CSI setup. It was fucking hilarious.
It was really funny.
All you needed now is just like a piece of ribbon and like
Yeah.
a piece of string
Didn't have
and
any
like
red
push it to
string,
different
but
things.
gotta get some red string.
Yeah, man.
I will admit, when I got home, like I was talking to my brother and my parents, because my brother was there. That was a bad sentence. I just realized.
You can try it again.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
My
Can't
brother
even
was
do
there
one word.
with my parents that night.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to them because like I left pretty late and
Yeah.
I went to bed pretty much as soon as I got home. And I was talking. And I'm like, so what'd you do tonight? And I was like, well, usually like me and Quinn, sometimes we decide that we're gonna hang out. And then we do this like tradition where we just like do a creative juice, and it's just a way to get out a lot of our creativity, a lot of stuff that we would like to see happen in a production situation. But the likelihood of it ever happening is slim to zero. But
It's good to get it out.
it's good to get it out, and you know what? I say
You don't know. One time something might come of it.
yeah, exactly.
This one's more likely than the other ones, I would say.
Oh yeah, we've
Really?
had some
This
truly wretched juices.
This
I've
one's-
heard a couple of them, like the movies. We were just like, "Well, that's great. We're never gonna do this," and you just put
This
it
one,
away.
this
Yeah,
one
100%.
I deliberately like thought of the initial idea to be as minimal as possible.
Yeah. But I did find it interesting that my parents and my brother, not because they're doubtful of me, it was just like, why do you do that? Like, this doesn't really, you're not really doing anything.
Wow.
Because I think they would think it would be more normal for me to like, yeah, we just played Overwatch or we just
Just hung
watched
out.
Peaky Blinders, which is a dance show.
That is intense.
Did we watch just Peaky
I
Blinders?
think Henry O'Quinn is in it.
Probably. Wouldn't be surprised.
So proud of him. Hope he's doing good.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting that they just are like, why do you do that? And I was like, it's a creative outlet.
It's
Because-
supremely quality hangout.
Oh, it's quality.
Like,
Like
it
it peak of
gets-
friendship.
Yeah, we've had like one or two of those.
Like
as well.
we were up walking back and forth, like painting word pictures.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It was like, man,
I
I'm
felt-
itching to do it again. It was so sick.
I significantly I want to say feel better, but it's not better. It's like I significantly feel
Accomplished?
satisfied,
Yeah.
accomplished. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. Right? When I'm doing stuff like that,
Yeah.
like that's what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing with my life.
Definitely, and there was like one moment where like some stuff you just breeze through, like some world building things, you just kind of knock them down, and then you get to like one critical story moment,
Yeah, like-
and you have to go over it 1,000
Oh
times.
my god.
See,
And then you finally get it, and you're like, fuck.
Yes!
see, that's me. Like anytime I have any sort of creative outlet, like writing a story or anything like that, main plot points, no problem. I can knock them out of the fucking park and just put plot points down like anything. My biggest, I can't do exposition for shit. Like shit happening between those things happening. Fuck if I know. I can't J.R.R. Tolkien. That motherfucker could write an entire goddamn chapter on a fucking blade of grass.
He really could.
He really could.
He really could.
God damn. Like, I can't do that shit. I'll be like, okay, we have to get from point A to point B. And it's like, okay, what happens between that? Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
They both staying quietly in a room.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. And, like, I recently started playing D&D with my friends, and I'm being the DM, which, again, it's my first time playing D&D. It's all of our first times playing D&D.
And you're the DM.
And I'm the DM.
Damn.
And I realized how fucking hard it is. But it's really fun.
Nice.
Because I'm pretty much decided to become the sort of DM where if you're not gonna fucking listen to what's going on, you will be punished. And like,
I actually have a D&D campaign with a bunch of my friends because one of my buddies, like, that's his outlet. Mike. That's his outlet, and he, like, there's a bunch of us that, like, we want to try it. I kind of want to get into it because I kind of want to, like, reappropriate how people think of D&D.
yeah,
Because I'm not, like, people look at me and they're like, that guy plays D&D 100%.
yeah. And I've always wanted to get into it myself, and I finally like just kind of pulled the gun on it. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, guys, let's all go. Let's try it out one night and see how we think of it. And we had fun, but where I was DM, I kind of got to the point where I was like, I don't really know what I should be doing besides what's written on the book, because I know a lot of it's just like, you know, make it up as you go, and I'm like, I like that. It gives you a lot of creative freedom. So one of the things I did was, one of my friends was like, anytime I would like show them, for example, we were going towards a cave that had like a bunch of goblins in it, and I was like, okay, I was like, the path is like 5 miles, and I was like, so we gotta walk down this path. And he was like, all right, and I was like, so you're just gonna go? And he was like, and they were like, yeah, no, we'll go down the path. I was like, you're not gonna, like in my mind, I was like, they're not gonna search, they're not gonna look around, they're not gonna check for traps, nothing, no, really? Like, yeah, we'll just go. And I was like, all right, you step in a fucking sling and you get hung upside down. And I'm like, all right. And it's funny because that was one where I didn't do that onto them on purpose. It even said in the book, like, if they did not check for traps, one of them steps in this. And I was like, all right, fucking step in the sling. And then a lot of other times I'll be like, you walk into a room, there's a water basin near a waterfall. And as I'm continuing to talk, I get completely cut off by another one of my friends. He's like, I'm gonna walk over and fill up my water skin in the waterfall. And I'm like, and there's 2 goblins standing right next to the fucking waterfall, and now they've seen you. Nice. And I'm just like, maybe next time, fucking listen to me.
Awesome. I think we should, if you're okay with it, I think we should do a little campaign.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
That would be very fun. Maybe not a campaign, because I have I got the starter set, and
whatever is the...
Well, like, I have a starter set, and like
basic.
it's basically for like the very basic beginner stuff. And even when I knew what we were doing, after the first little bit, it took us like 3.5 hours to get through part 1 of 4.
Yikes.
It's long. Like max level in D&D is 20. And it's 20 for a reason. Like, around 7 or 8, 9, 10-ish, you're like local heroes. A lot of people know who you are. By 20, you're gods, essentially. Like, you're not just like some dude running around and everyone knows. You're a fucking god.
So how does that work? If you are invited to a campaign,
I guess you would bring in your character.
And that character's like level 20.
Yeah.
Like, is that like level 20?
You could start a character at level 20.
What?
You could if you wanted.
That doesn't...
There's no fun.
There are so few rules.
Like, look, you have no idea. Like, I was reading
sense.
the starter set, like, in the starter set for D&D that I had, and in it I was like, man, this is a lot of information to cover. But the thing is, and it clicked in my head, and I was like, holy fuck. But it pretty much just said, it's just like, this is your campaign. Literally no one can tell you how to do this. Like, you can run this the way you want it. So, a lot of things in D&D are like, oh, they're 50 feet away. Your spell only reaches X amount of distance.
Right.
If your turn in real time takes like 6 seconds or so in real time. You know what I mean? You don't need to do any of that shit if you don't want to.
Right.
You have rations, where it's like, oh, you didn't eat anything in a couple days, so now you all have half health. Like, the DM could be a complete prick. Wow. If he wants to have that kind of strict rule sets, or
it could just be...
It could just be fun.
You could just ignore it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
it
we're
could be
ignoring.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Or it can be Super Smash Brothers.
There's a lot of stuff that I ignored in ours, just because we could have a little bit of fun with it.
Right.
Like, because we're not even really doing like a full campaign.
You see, I would want to like live vicariously. So
man.
I would want like a good healthy amount of realism. But I want to be able to do some wild shit.
I'll tell you what happened. One of the things that happened when we were doing our campaign was one of our friends is a thief. And like, I keep telling him, anytime I tell him anything, he's like, we walk into a fucking goblin cave, and then like, he'll cut me off and be like, I want to steal everything in the room. And I'm like,
chill the fuck out.
Listen. Like, one of the ones they had, like, honest to God, I've never seen my friends go fucking cutthroat in an instant. Because they killed this fucking goblin captain, who, by the way, almost fucking gibbed one of them. Because, long story short, there was a goblin captain, and he had a wolf, and there was 2 other small goblins. and the wolf got killed immediately because my friend was like, I'm gonna go for the wolf first. And he was like, okay. And then he killed the wolf, and I was like, okay, well, you killed the Goblin King's fucking pet wolf, and now he's pissed. He's gonna do double damage. And he just hit him like full nat 20, full crit, hit him for everything he fucking had, and pretty much would have killed him no matter what.
Oh, man.
And he was just like, okay, but what about my... And I was like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You're dead. Like...
You're done.
Like, I was looking at the dice, I was like, it really doesn't matter, trust me. Like, you have 10 HP, I'm pretty sure he did 30. Like...
Ouch.
So, anyway, the point is, when we killed him, he was the only one who was like, I'm gonna look for something in the room. And he found, like, his stash. So he was like, oh man, look, I found the Goblin Guy's stash. And there was like a jade statue of a frog with like gold eyes. And he was like, oh shit, fucking keeping that shit for myself. And then there was like some silver pieces too. He's like, I'm taking that shit too. Right in front of everyone else. And they're like, what the fuck? And they're like, no, like we fucking killed him together. So like, we gotta share that shit. And I'm standing here as the DM, I'm like, I'm gonna let them fucking figure this shit out. Which is really funny because I kind of added in later, I was like, alright, there's another fucking goblin, he wants this thing and he's gonna kill a hostage.
Sick.
And he was like, alright, fine, so he throws him the thing, and then they kill him, and then they gotta go up and get it again. So my friend Daniel just goes, alright, I go up and I get the statue, because fuck Mark. And he was fucking pissed.
Because fuck him.
Because fuck you, that's why.
That's really
But the funniest thing was when, like, one of them picked up, like, a scimitar off the ground, and, like, the curved swords. And he was just like, I don't have a bow. And he's like, I'm gonna throw this scimitar at him from, like, up above. And I was like, I mean, you can, go for it. I was like, you just gotta roll to see if you hit. And he rolls a 1. And I was like, alright, you throw it, and it boomerangs back and hits you in the arm. And he was just like, fuck you!
There's a lot of room to work with.
There really is. Like, your imagination can go run wild. You could be the biggest dickhead in the world, or you could be like, I want to get them through
So
this.
is there, like, shared universe?
You
like,
can.
Okay.
A lot of the books that you see, like, at, like, Time Masters and stuff like that,
Right.
they're full campaigns.
Okay.
That'll take you to, like, level 1 to 20, pretty much.
Okay.
A lot of them.
Okay.
Which is a lot of fun. I would give it a shot when with a good group of people. There's nothing worse than starting D&D with a shitty group of people. I've heard enough bad stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like... I think some people want to try it and then they realize that it's so monotonous and tedious that they'll be like, I hate this.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Just getting over that hump of realizing all that. Because I did that. I was like, oh, fuck. How am I supposed to calculate anything? And I found a couple apps on, like, my computer or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, this can, do up the damage really well. And I can just, do that. Right. The hardest thing I think it is for people is the visual aids. Because as the DM, you tell them where you are, and you tell them the layout of the room that they're in. Mm-hmm. But after a while, if they're in that room for a while, they might forget some of the, specifics of the room. Yeah. So a lot of people will take one of those, grid papers, like the big grids, and they'll do, one grid is 5 feet. So they'll map out, what's going on in this area.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's kind of funny. But, yeah. It's fun. It's a little bit of fun.
Yeah, because it's either, you're living vicariously, or you're just reliving a life that you could have, but you're not doing it. It's that weird balance.
Yeah, it's just like the 80s when we were worshipping Satan and...
Yeah, true.
Getting,
A lot of cocaine.
Yeah, a lot of cocaine.
Lots of cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do want to circle back around to Game Awards and consequently Red Dead Redemption. And then from there, talk about the fucking frontier.
Frontier?
You want to talk about the frontier?
Like the American frontier?
Just
Did you think that this episode wasn't inaccessible enough?
Okay. I just find it very interesting to go back. We romanticize Red Dead all the time.
I don't.
I know lots of people that it's oh, I would love to be a cowboy. I'm like,
no, you fucking wouldn't. You want to die? You want to die at the age of 35? What the fuck?
That's everything. That's literally everything. Stranger Things romanticizes every time period has bad, dumb shit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to leave in all the donkus, and go for accuracy, yeah, it's just that thing. It's that sacrificing fun for realism.
Mm.
And I mean, there is a danger to sacrificing realism sometimes if you get carried away and you don't acknowledge that, you know, hey, it wasn't all that great in reality because, you know, so-and-so things happened and everybody was dying.
Yeah. There's another show that does that really well. F is for Family on Netflix.
Man,
What?
show fucking blows.
What?
Bad show.
Are you serious? Oh man, I fucking love it. Are you kidding me?
Not a big fan.
Oh god, I find it hilarious.
Bill Burr is really hit or miss.
Bill Burr is really hit or miss, but it's just, man, sometimes when he hits...
Some of his bits are pretty funny.
Fuck.
Like-
Anytime he's talking to his kids and he's just like, I swear to God, you take one more look at me, I'm gonna put you through that fucking wall. And I just fucking lose it. Like, there's so many
It's
times...
really hit or miss though. It's like sometimes it's like that's not needed.
Yeah.
And others it's like that's really funny.
There's one...
I like
there's one
him
where, like,
more than his show.
Yeah. There's like one part where like he kisses his wife and his oldest son looks at him. He's just like, oh, get a room, and just real fucking like just like that. He's just like, fuck you, get an apartment. Like there's so many little things like that. He just comes back real quick. But anyway, the only reason I like it is because it romanticizes. A lot of other shows are like, oh man, it's 1975. Like romanticize the past. It doesn't at all. Like it's very gritty with like. They were at like a public pool. Like they were at a public pool and they were like, alright, everyone get out of the pool. It's like, pool cleaner's here. And he just like has this giant fucking vat of chlorine and he just takes the whole fucking thing in there. And he's just like, yeah, just leave it for 5 minutes and you can just jump back in. You'll be fine. Like, and I'm
Yikes.
like, yeah, no, I believe it though. That's what shit was like back then. It's like, yeah,
true.
fuck it.
True.
And then, like, everyone was smoking cigarettes. They're just like, oh, yeah, no, you can smoke cigarettes. You know, women are having small babies. You know, it's easier. You can pump that kid out easy now. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit.
Yeah. What time are we at, Johnny?
We're at 51.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
We did it. And we had no idea what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, man.
Wow,
No,
I
we
completely
did-
forgot about the Game Awards.
True.
Yeah,
True.
that was fun. So, we're gonna leave you guys now, and we're gonna go play Smash, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna Smash anyway.
Alright.
I'll probably play a little bit. I'm exam tomorrow morning.
I'm a Smash.
Oh, you do?
Almost late.
That freaking
Oh,
sucks.
good luck. Send prayers. If you want Quinn to pass his exam, hit like...
Don't put me passing my exams in the hands of others.
Yeah.
I know what I'm
When
like.
this episode goes up next week.
That's true. No, it doesn't. It goes up. I'm not gonna say.
Don't make a promise you can't keep.
No promises.
And now you're an hour closer to your Christmas.
Oh.
Wholesome.
And a
Wholesome.
partridge in a pear tree. Did you see the trailer
On the
for Once
second-
Upon a Deadpool?
On a second
Yes.
podcast
I
of Christmas.
started roaring by myself in the basement. I was not expecting it to be that funny, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it totally knocked my
Yeah,
socks
no, I
off.
showed it to my girlfriend and she was like, I thought it was just the fucking movie. I was like, no. I was like, you need to watch it. And she saw it and she was like, what the fuck?
It was wild. Anyway.
Yeah.
Bye.
On the second pod of Christmas.
Get out.
What do you give me, John?
I already gave you a Pepsi.
A Pepsi.
Sing me at Christmas.
John
John
gave me
gave me
a Pepsi.
Pepsi. Yeah. That's all we need for Christmas.